Daniels, Atlanta, rebounds plus assists. As you see, his average in the last 10 has been 12.9. He's got a hit rate of 80% in his last 10. His prop for the night is 9.5. According to PROPS.CASH, the matchup isn't good for rebounds and assists for him, but you gotta look at him closely. And plus, we can get some plus odds here on him. He can be a dog for us. He's almost a dog at every book, you know, but some has been favored, like Sleeper, like Fliff. So we have to take all that into consideration. Another spot I like him at is points and assists. Slight favorite here to hit the over. 70% hit rate. His average is 19.3 last 10. The line is 15.5. And let's look at points, rebounds, and assists. Again, I like this one also. He's a scrappy dude too. He's a defender. He gets his stuff from the mud. 90% hit rate, average 27.2. The line is 21.5. Definitely something to look at. The over lines here are pretty good for him. You know, FanDuel minus 106, DraftKings minus 107. Definitely something to consider. So Dyson Daniels is another player I'm looking at tonight. Alvarado for New Orleans Pelicans. Looking at his assist, as you can see, when you see the last 10 games, that goes back to last year, but his prop is 3.5 assists. He's went over that a bunch in his last 10 games. PROPS.CASH got his matchup rated as a B when in the assist category going against the defense that he's facing, Memphis. I like that. He's a slight dog for the over. Something I would really want to take into consideration. If we look down here, Murray's out, gives us a reason to think about what we need to do here. I kind of like this one. I kind of like this over. I know Jordan Poole is there now. Not sure how that's going to affect his numbers. We'll kind of have to wait and see, a few games into the season to see. But points, he's went over 6.5 points in his last 10. He's a decent favorite to go over this one. This is probably a nice little safe pick we could take here. Him going over 6.5 points. We look at points, rebounds, and assists. He's a scrappy dude. Last 10, he went over 9 of his last 10. 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Again, a decent number that we can look at and maybe take advantage of here. But, if you want to go contrarian, you look at that assist over 3.5. May not be a bad dog to take here based on the information presented to us here. Davion Mitchell, point guard, Miami versus Orlando. Rozier's out. Tyler Hero's out. He's pretty popular. As you can see in his last 10, he had a lot of overs on his projection. If you want him as a dog, you can look at 3-pointers made. He's a dog at most of the books. If you look at all the books, he's pretty much a dog. But, his 3-pointers made are up when Rozier is out of the game. So, as you can see in his last 10, he's got at least 2 in his last 10 in most of the games. His projection tonight is 1.5. PROPS.CASH got him going over. I like his 3-pointers. And you can also look at some of these places where he's decent favorite, like points to go over 8.5 points. I like his rebounds and assists. If I can find that one here. Rebounds and assists. I like the over on this one, which is 7.5. I really like this one. So Davion Mitchell, check him out tonight. Some good prop numbers out there on him.